Hello, this is Cotton Stoops, and today's video is the Loomian Legacy Hot Take series. This is the third episode of this series, where I go into my community post tab on my channel, and I ask many different questions about your hot takes. Hopefully you guys actually have hot takes this time, because for a while now you guys have some pretty cold takes, but with that out of the way, let's get along with the video. So the first one I want to talk about is from Cardio Luigi, who says free-to-play Gleam Charms and free-to-play SA Charms should be added to Loomian Legacy. And I get the reason for this because obviously free-to-play people want cosmetics too, but if I were to look at this from a professional game standpoint, I would add the free-to-play secret ability charms but not the gleaming ones. Because one, the gleaming charms and boost tokens are ways the developers can make money, and unlike PvP, which is more of a mechanic and an extra game mode you can do in the game, these are just pure cosmetics. You don't really need gleam charms, or you don't really need gleamings, gammas, all that stuff. That is just some cosmetics you can get that look nice. I guess the most easiest way you can compare this is to Fortnite. I'm sorry I couldn't find a better example because I'm not really that big into the gaming scene, but Fortnite doesn't really give a lot of ways to earn the cosmetics and skins and all those stuff, and that's really smart because one, cosmetics isn't really needed to have the full gaming experience, because let's be honest, if you're hunting for a gleaming and gamma and you think that's the whole experience of the game, then it's not really worth playing. So I do get the sentiment of this, and if they do add a free-to-play gleam charm, sure, why not? I would enjoy it so I can get my gleaming PvPs, but it's not really a necessity as the secret ability charm. So I get where you're coming from, Cardio Luigi. Nice hot take, but I'm not really sure if I want to agree with this one. Next one we have from Resh, who doesn't really have a hot take, but I'm gonna say this anyway. And the game, and he or she or they says they basically need another way to have gummies implemented into this game, and I agree with this one completely, mostly because the only way to get gummies aside from events is from the Coliseum, and in order to win battle points in the Coliseum, guess what you need to do? Win battles. And unless you do not have an alt, winning battles with fairly average non-PvP Loomians is really hard. Take it from me, who's played in the beginning of the game and did not understand a thing of TP training. So yeah, we need this, Jamie. Next one, we got a really hot take from Obsidrogon, who says the baffle should not be nerfed from giving -2 speed to -1, and his main argument here is your snack, the main baffle user, gets his purpose removed from baffle being -1 instead of -2. And I just want to comment on this. It's not really your snack's fault for being only relied on baffle. Obviously, it's still a good support Loomian if it doesn't have that -2 speed, because it's currently in UU and it's dominating in UU, not just because of its ability to baffle in and out of matches and provide offensive pressure, but it's walling a lot of stuff down there, and that's pretty good. And I'm not gonna say that your snack was purely designed to be a baffle support Loomian, because obviously it has a lot of those traits, but what should instead happen is your snack should have gotten a lot more things to separate itself or give it more unique personality to the baffle ones, because that's the main reason why it's not being used. But it's pretty good in UU, and even if it does get nerfed, the baffle, that's just on Jamie's fault for not designing your snack to be more unique in other ways. So while making a Loomian completely useless is pretty bad, it definitely is better for the long run, because baffle is a pretty broken move, and I'm pretty sure before boots your snack can let Colossotrops, mind you, I'm pretty sure a base 64 speed Loomian outspeed everything in a game. That is really strong and possibly really polarizing very soon. Next one we have from a person who finally got a handle And it's the anime profile picture person whose now handle is Nino. Good for you, man. Or girl. Or they. I'm sorry, but they basically say, Nino says, capture rates are absurdly high. And I do want to comment on this, or to add to this, because I agree with this one completely. Capture rates are super high in this game, mainly with the soft resettable roamers. You'd think that a soft reset roamer would be easier to catch because you can restart the battle. Well, no, I'm pretty sure the capture rates are absurdly low or high, depending on what you look at it, and they are really hard to catch. And unless you do not have over 100 discs, if you've seen my hunting streams where I go for that secret ability Gargoyle, it took me quite a while without the ace disc. So yeah, they need to lower that down. Next one we have from that RareBear, who says traders should get less attention from the devs. Oh my, and value systems should be banned. Honestly, okay, I'm gonna comment on the second part of this comment before I do with the first one, because this is really controversial. And value systems, in my opinion, should not be banned, but they should be put into the hands of the developers so they can make their own values. And obviously they're not going to be playing the game too much, so they're not going to influence the values into ways that obviously it will benefit them. But what it should happen is they should have a point system for values. Point system for values for certain Loomians. For example, in another Roblox game, Your Bizarre Adventure, higher rarities of skins will have higher point values, and evolved skins will have higher point values. Limited stuff will get higher point values, and it's all based on a point system, so nothing can be influenced in value. However, if they wanted to do something like this, then they should have done this in the beginning of the game. Because what YBA did that was wrong is they implemented this system in the middle of the game, in the middle of 3 years of development, and now everyone's mad, and they just ignored the developers, say they were hot garbage, and now they use other community value systems. So I think it's too late now to implement something like that in Loomian Legacy. And as for your first part of your comment, traders getting less attention with devs and should matter less. Oh my god, man. Okay, so trading community. Of course, I do not hate you guys. I mean, to be honest, I kind of do, but not like on a personal level. I just hate your values and stuff. But traders getting less attention, I do not think this is intentional, because if you really think about it, the trading system and the hunting system is very easy to implement compared to the PvP system, because unlike everything, we only have one guy, that being Jamie balancing the whole PvP system. And with that, of course, traders are going to get more attention. That system is easier, and I don't really think the developers give more attention to traders, because if they would, then they would implement a lot more stuff concerning hunting stuff. But traders getting less attention, I kind of agree with this one. I do agree that the traders kind of need to take they need to sit back for the mints and the secret ability patches. And honestly, mints, they're just gonna give you higher values anyway. And if they do decide to have like a mark on a Loomian that has been used to, you know, have mints, like they've been minted, then sure, why not? But we need mints in this game for PvPers. Hopefully traders will understand this, but yeah, hopefully they let us use mints. Next one we have from Joshua Starr, who has in the past have been commenting very cold takes. And this one, he says TP training takes too long, and I agree with this one for a little bit. Well, not a little bit. I completely agree with this one. Mainly because TP training, of course, it takes, in this case, he took an hour with a protein shake to max out one stat with 200 TPs. That is very bad. And while I do kind of feel less sympathetic because I hate meme Loomians, because he was TP training a meme Loomian, I do agree there should be faster ways for TP training. And in my opinion, I feel like the trainers should give 8 TPs per battle, because if you do not know that the damage calculator actually goes by multiples of 8 and not 4. So yes, TP training does take too long. Good take, not really that hot though. Next one we got from Jimmy I, who says Dorogo should get Rogue Assault. And oh my god, this take is quite good, very good in fact. Because one, Dorogo doesn't hit for shit. Because Dorogo is really weak, it has nothing going for it, especially when Gobidemic and Gargolem Speed are much better Loomians. So yes, Dorogo, get Rogue Assault, it needs all the damage you can get, but honestly it's not going to change too much, so yeah. Good take Dorogo, no not Dorogo, good take Jimmy, good take. Next one we got from Spaghettified, who says the Advanced Stat Viewer Game Pass should not exist. Oh my god, this is a really good take. I'm not sure if it's a hot one because a lot of people agree with this one, but nice take. Because the Advanced Stat Viewer has no reason to exist because, like I said earlier concerning the Secret Ability free-to-play pass, they need to make this free-to-play because PvP is an inherently extra game mode in this game. If they do not promote this, then PvP is just gonna become is gonna go into obscurity and nothing's gonna happen. Because with free-to-plays, you do not have this game pass. If you do want to have this game pass, do Microsoft Rewards. They do not have anything because with this Advanced Stat Game Pass, without this, they have to count every single TP they get in battle. That is a very large pain to deal with. Even I agree with this one. Who used to do this? Yes, I hate this one so much. Next one we have from Ash, who has a really hot take, and his comment is remove any sorts of RNG. I of course, being one of the most unluckiest persons, if you've seen this background gameplay of Islands, I've gotten one of the lowest drops for red envelopes. But anyways, yes, I feel like they should remove some sorts of RNG. Like, I feel like they should add some pity systems, more pity systems into the hunting stuff, into the secret ability stuff as well. But as for concerning with the battle, I'm not sure how this would be good because in a battle, so for example, you brought a team that will get dominantly destroyed by your opponent's team. And I feel like at that point, there should be some elements of RNG because that's basically a forfeit if there's nothing going to happen. Because if you do not know, moves will scale from low to high damage. If you look into the damage calculator made by I Eat Your Face, which is very accurate to what it is in the game, the move damage fluctuates really, like, I do not know how to explain, but it fluctuates from being low to very high, and that could decide the weight of the match. And if the move is always doing one sort of damage every time, then that would mean that obviously the person that gets destroyed should honestly just forfeit, and that's not a very good way of thinking things, because it's not a good way to see that a battle's already ended before it started, and that's not really good in my opinion. Nice take though. Removing any sorts of RNG should be added, but honestly they should keep some RNG elements like the ones I've said before. And next we have from Jaw, who's gonna be our last one, and he basically says using UU/NU tier Loomians doesn't sit you on a higher pedestal / bigger brain than people who run what's in the meta. Unless you're running Ventation, good luck using that bastard of a Loomian. Yes! Yes! Other than the Ventation comment, I agree with this one. Because, honestly, there obviously is a lot of people who think they're a lot smarter for using UU and NU. And this take is going to be a lot more popular as the game goes on, because obviously the ways for a perfect PvP metagame is that each meta is different from the other, and I do kind of agree with this one a little bit, but the metas are very similar to each other. Yu is just a more offensive oriented meta, and if I were to choose which person would be smartest in doing a metagame, then Yu would be it. But not Yu, but OU and NU are basically parallels of each other in my opinion, because I'm not sure if LFH is in Yu or NU, but LFH is a parallel to Phage Knots. Offensive Loomians in NU basically do the same thing that they do in OU, and NU is just pretty weird right now. The NU metagame hasn't really established itself, so I can't really say too much on it, but obviously the metagames are really different from one another. If they're gonna brag about being at a different skill set from another person, that's just kind of weird at that point. So yes, good take, Ja. Very good take. So with all these hot takes out of the way, these hot takes are pretty good. They're a lot more better than the last one, and there's always going to be one comment ragging on trading people, and I can't really ignore that. But if you want to see more, of course, like and subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. I do other guide videos if you haven't checked them out already, that goes in depth with a lot of strong or weak Loomians, or just Loomians in the middle. And if you do want to join these videos, then of course go into my community post tab. I'll be posting another community post after this one concerning, you know, regular stuff about hot takes. So post your hot take down there. I would love to know what your hot take is, and I love this series, so I'll keep making it. So with that out of the way, like and subscribe if you want to see more. I have a Discord server that's becoming active slowly but surely, so join that. I also do have some information about new videos, new leaks, more stuff that I'll be doing in the channel, so go there if you want to see that and be more alive with the community. So yeah, this is Cotton Stoop signing off to tell you that Zulong is still a dumpster fire.